Happy Sunday. We are going out to B&Q. I love a B&Q trip, so come with us to B&Q. It's the start of a new vlog. Hello, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed last week's vlog. Honestly, last week's vlog was, I'm still editing it now. 2 AM editing, and it's still not edited. When I say I had over about 120 minutes worth of stuff, it's currently down at 36 minutes. So I'm gonna do Saturday to Sunday, so then it means that I can edit on Sunday and then not have the pressure of having to try and film whatever I do on Sunday and edit that into the vlog, because then it just means the vlog gets done way too late. And it's like today, I've got half of it done. It's 1:30 and we're going to B&Q and I can't wait. We're gonna look at some paint samples. Might talk Georgie into buying some stuff, who knows. We're going to the B&Q that's near TK Maxx. Can I get him to go to TK Maxx and get something rosé? If I do, okay, you are my witness. Anyway, we're gonna go. Hey, it is Monday morning and today I am sorting out some of the bits in the house. So the goal right now is to sort out this drawer because it is a mess, and this drawer included. It's all got a bit out of hand, it's all got a bit disorganised. We are going to organise this stuff out. Right, so this is it. Everything that we've got to look through and sort through. Hello lovely people, it is still Monday, believe it or not. Oh my god, I'm active this week, Jesus Christ. Who knows, alright, we've got to take every moment as it comes. But I have been organising the drawers and everything today, so we have finished. Here we are. This is the new setup. A lot more neater. Everything in there is all the stuff that I use like on the reg, and then all of this is now sorted out. And then I've literally spent the rest of the day cleaning, but I thought you guys could come and join me because it is now time. It is a Monday afternoon and it is time for my guided reading session. Every Monday afternoon I do a guided reading, so I thought I'd bring you along on the guided reading because why not? And this week I'm going to do something different, and that's why I kind of wanted to record it, just so I've got like proof that I'm not lying about the songs for each card, because I have a way of like, I'm very in tune with music, right? I feel like I've got a little connection to it, okay? So there have been a lot of times where I will, whenever I'm feeling a certain way, I speak to the universe and I ask them to play me certain songs, and I will just like play a radio playlist, and whatever song comes up is like the song it wants to tell me. And I'm a spiritual gal, and if you're a spiritual gal you completely understand what I'm saying. I wanted to try and see if I can incorporate it into my tarot card readings. So for each card that I pulled today, I'm going to use the playlist and use that to select the song for each card, and then on each card obviously I'll put the song on there. But I just thought it'd be like, I don't know, I want to give it a try, okay? That's what I'm here to do. I don't see why it wouldn't work. I don't see why it wouldn't work. Right, so we'll get our area set up. So now, I'm just going to spend some time meditating. There's a station called Sylvia Swaby's Station, okay? So that is the one I'm going to be using. So I'm just going to ask now. Three of Swords and Wicked Games. Does make sense. No, people, you're finally starting to acquire the tools that you need to go forward. This is the second past card, so what is the other energy they can pick, please? And the Wheel in reverse. And then we've got Down by the Lake by McFly. The Wheel is the first completion cycle within a cycle. Obviously we're constantly going through cycles, there's never a complete definite end. However, this indicates that you're obviously a bit stagnant. Maybe you were supposed to be completing this wheel and you've not been able to fully complete this cycle. There are still maybe things that are pulling in to the current. That will all depend on the cards that then pull after. Something is stopping you from being able to fully close that part. That needs to be closed, gone, finished, people. Alright, stop it. Stop. You're stopping yourself from ultimate achievements. But both in stagnant energies this week. Right, I'm just going to stop it quick because I don't want to miss the next. The present. Rebirth. I don't know this song. I'll Be Waiting. The Pigeon Detectives. Gone through a really beautiful transformation here. You're stepping into something new. You're coming into a whole new rebirthed energy. And I hope that you are ready for it. Normally it's a big old new part of the ride. Hello, Miami. Hey, bud. Coming up. Coming up. Come in. Hello. But you'll be going through a rebirth of some sorts. So it could be in many different forms. Like I said, it depends. The Wheel, if it is the Wheel, and then you've had rebirth after, that's an interesting little story you've got going on for yourself there. The rebirth is waiting for you. Right, now we're going to go for the next one. Oh, what song is it? C'est la vie. King of Cups. You look at me like I've got all the answers, but I'm scared. That is very much King of Cups energies. Right, so this is the future energy for one set of my collective. I haven't seen her in a while. Princess of Pentacles, and the song partnered with it is Modern Way by Kaiser Chiefs. Young feminine energy coming along here, but with the Pentacles it's more physical and ultimate stuff. Oh, I love adding music to this. I'm just too good. Now we've got the Two of Cups and overlap by Catfish and a Bottom. But anyway, that is, I really don't know how crazy that footage is going to look. I don't know how much of that footage I'm going to have to cut out because of copyright, etc. But that is the reading done. I'm literally now just going to take photos and add them to Instagram. Sit down and do that now. So enjoy the rest of your evening. I might come back to you later to show you when I'm just making some sausage and mash for dinner. So I'll see you then. Have a good evening. Happy Wednesday. Come and make a stew with me today. Watching a YouTube video while I cut up and do the veggies. So come with. Right, so there we are. It is ready to go in the slow cooker now. I'm going to pop that in the slow cooker for literally 6 hours on medium. Happy Valentine's Day, guys. It is Valentine's Day today. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm coming to you from the afternoon. Have been sleeping because of my neck. Cute, cute. I do believe there is more coming. My husband still has to work on Valentine's Day, so we don't get everything until later. Yeah, I can't really stand up straight. So I'm hoping getting in the shower, because it's going to be a big shower, so I'll wash my hair, loosen my neck up, maybe hopefully take some paracetamol or something, and hopefully still try to go out. If not, we will just order in instead of going out, because we do normally order in, but we wanted to go out this year. It's our first year married, so see you when I'm back. Coming to you from after the shower. You see my neck? Honestly, my neck is so stiff. Me and Georgie have decided to leave going out for dinner today. There, by the way. But every year we always order an Indian. We've done it since we were about 14. Georgie would come home with a little red rose, a card, maybe a box of chocolates, and we would order an Indian. So that is what we're going to do today. Honestly, my neck is so stiff. I don't know what you do with this. Oh, there she is. There she is. Happy Valentine's Day, my moo. Happy Valentine's Day, babe. She has had a Valentine's Day treat. And we also had cuddles, didn't we? Because we had a nap. But it is a Friday, and then tomorrow I'll be ending this week's vlog. I can't believe I just dropped my camera. Anyway. Yeah, so Valentine's Day plans have changed because Sylvia has a stiff neck. I'm sure we'll probably end up going out at some point anyway. We're out tomorrow. My moo's got a walk. You'll be coming with us to that. Go out and try and find some more bits for the house, because like I said, Georgie is a man with a plan, and I'm not letting him live this plan down, okay? Because this is one of the first times he's had a plan and actually had action to do something with the house since we moved in. And to be fair, I don't think I've ever really spoke openly about the house. Let's do it right now on Valentine's Day. But basically, we bought this house because the house was like a good shell. We knew that when we were buying a house, because we bought this house at 21, so I say I manifested it, alright, because I wrote on a piece of paper when I was 16, I made a life plan. If I was going to buy a house, I'd have a house by the time I was 21 years old. We ended up buying a house at 21. Luckily for us, obviously it was during COVID, and we were very lucky that all went well, and because of COVID and we weren't travelling anymore, so I was travelling to London, so it meant that I had like £300 extra a month that I could save just from the travel alone, and then obviously wasn't buying takeaways, going out here, there and everywhere, so the bulk of our salaries got saved every month. We were very lucky that we were able to save for about just under 2 years for the house deposit. I'm not gonna lie, the market was a bit dead. It was COVID, but we were adamant that we wanted to move out and get our own space, like we were ready. Georgie really wanted to, obviously Georgie was living with my family. It's chaotic, there was a lot going on, and he wanted to move out. I was okay to maybe wait it off for a few more months, but he wanted to move out a bit quicker. And then we saw this house, we came down, we saw it one day. We'd been to quite a few different viewings, we'd gone around to a few different houses at that point, and we'd put an offer in on 2 other houses before. No, 1 other house didn't get approved. That was a 3-bedroom house, but that house, it didn't have a drive. It was on a council estate, an old council estate, so you didn't have a direct drive. And the garden, I don't know, I think back now and I think if we'd got that, we wouldn't have been happy there. We found this one, we came and viewed it, put an offer in. The offer got accepted. We had our surveyor come round, so our surveyor came round and viewed the house for less than what the person was asking for. So then the bank would only borrow us that amount. So then there was a whole thing, and then we had to renegotiate the price of the house when we first bought the house. Deposit lowered for the mortgage because our mortgage was smaller, so we took out a smaller mortgage, but then it meant that the money that we'd saved on top, so we'd saved about 7-8 grand extra to be able to renovate when we got in, to do things when we moved in, and about 6 grand of that had to go, we had to pay on top extra instead because of the whole mortgage thing, and it was back and forths, and the man nearly went with a cash buyer in the end, but the estate agent called me up and said about the price and the issue, and that he wasn't happy with the price that we then sent back. And I just burst out crying on the phone. I was like, I'm relying on this house, like, because I was relying on getting a mortgage and getting this house so I could leave my job at the time. And I remember just breaking down to the estate agent on the phone. Honestly, I just need this house. Like, we're doing everything we can. Like, we're putting this is as much money as we have possible to put into this. So, like, please, like. And apparently he spoke to the buyer, like the seller, told him that I cried, and the seller was like, "We'll give it to them." So when we bought this house, it was a renovation house, and it has a good shell. Like, it's a good shell. We didn't want to move into a new build, because with new builds there's you see a lot of like the videos and stuff that go around of like the things that are wrong with new build houses and stuff. We didn't want to do that, so we always knew we wanted to go for an older build anyway, and this had like good foundations. Like, there was nothing bad with it. Like, we could just move in and live in it for a little while. Yes, there are things that need to be done, like there are things that need to be updated, there are things that aren't great, like the boiler is literally older than me and my husband. Like, there is a lot of stuff, however it was livable, if that makes sense. Whereas sometimes you can move into a house and you can't, like, you need to renovate massively before you move in. When the room is still white, a lot of it hasn't been renovated because I wasn't planning anyway, but my now husband then proposed to me 6 months after we moved in. Wedding became like the full focus, and then we started planning the wedding, got the wedding out of the way, and now that is why Georgie is now a man with a plan, because it's the first time in our lives since moving in here. And at the beginning it was just a lot, like, to take in the first 6 months. We're both working full time as well at that point, and I was obviously having my own mental health issues and having panic attacks and meltdowns and stuff. And then 6 months later he proposed to me, and then we did the wedding, and yo, I love you, bye. Interrupting my ramblings. So, like I was saying, this is the first time in a long time that we've just had the time and space. Doing the house up is now really the only thing sort of left on our, like, to-do list. This is the first time now that we're actually just living back in life, and I'm finally starting to feel a bit better in myself as well, because obviously I've not been well. Having panic attacks every day for a year messes you up mentally, like, mentally and physically. My body is not okay. Like, my world has shifted so much over the past few years, along with just normal life changes as well, like planning a wedding, getting engaged, getting a dog, moving out. Like, all of those things are big stressful things, and I've sort of managed to cram all of this stuff in about 3 or 4 years of my life. Sometimes forget all the stuff that I'm already achieving, and all the stuff that I've already done at the age of 20. Like, I'm 24 years old and have actually high hopes now that we're seeing, like, sometimes when you buy a house, and I know it's going to sound a bit thingy because not everyone can do that, but when you do buy a house, sometimes it can feel like obviously all your bills are going and going and going, like, but technically where we've bought this house, the money's going into the mortgage, so we're building equity. So although it doesn't feel like, and although it feels like all of our money's gone to all of these bills, or actually have something behind our backs, like a really, like, invisible, like, investment, if that makes sense, because you don't necessarily realise how much, and a bit like everything, like, we're just paying bills and bills and bills, we're just getting by, but at the same time going into an investment for us and our next home, and like the equity that we'll be able to get back and all of that, like, nice. And you forget about that, and I sort of forgot about that because we've struggled so much. And actually, we were sitting there the other day and we was actually like, oh shit, like, that is actually why we bought a house. Like, I know it seems like sometimes we sit here and think we shouldn't have done it, like we should have just stayed living with our parents, saved up more, but when we actually look back at it now and we're like, but look at all, because we've been paying a mortgage off for like nearly 3 years now, 4 years. Look how much we've already paid off. Like, because of all of the debacle with the payments, we only ended up having a few grand left to actually do stuff. And obviously that went on like the washing machine, the fridge, like it went on like big bits, and then a few little, like, few things like changing the locks and little bits that we did, like went on paint, wallpaper, and on with life. 6 months in, my husband then proposed to me, and then it was like, okay, we'll get the wedding out the way because the house is still going to be here. The house took a bit of a back burner, so the house is a renovation house. There is a lot wrong. We're ready to just start making this feel a bit more like home, because like I said, we've just been so busy with life that now we finally have a time where we can just actually make this a home.
You thought you were going to say.
Let's just go in. Saturday morning. How is everyone? No, joking. I'm not joking. How are you? But you can't answer me back, so kind of am joking. Anyway, I'm recording you on my phone because I'm currently importing my media over off of my SD card because that thing fills up every week and I have to do this. Because we've got a few bits going on today, so we are due to be going out this afternoon. 3 o'clock we've got a walk-in session with Maya. Yesterday I was telling you that I've got a stiff neck. I still have a stiff neck, but I have a bit more movement today. Honestly, I think I've just been having a really bad night's sleep. I think I just slept funny, not yesterday but the day before, and now I'm just dealing with a stiff neck from it. I thought you could come along with me because it is Saturday morning, and while I'm importing this, I don't really have much else to do except for do some meal prepping because it is Saturday and we will be going shopping today. So I'm just having a look and I just have a browse through on Pinterest to get some visual ideas of maybe potential meals that I want to try next week. I thought you could come with me while we have a look at it. Pinterest is done. The Pinteresting session, I think I've decided on what I'm going to get for next week's dinners. The dog has just gone and sat on the parcel that's just arrived out of all places. Meal prepping is done, so what we're going to do for dinners next week. So Georgie's having a shepherd's pie for lunch again. I think I don't know if I said this, but basically last week the portion that I made, he cut it up instead of me cutting it up. And he managed to get 8 servings for the week, and obviously he only needs 6. But I made it on a Tuesday, so there was 2 days that he didn't need. So we've frozen a few of the dinners, and we've frozen some of the stew as well that I made last week for lunches. And we've got steaks in the fridge still from last week that we didn't do, so we'll have steaks one day next week. Georgie said he wanted to do a short ribs, so I'm gonna let him run with that. Because we're embracing him trying new things this year, right? Then I'm going to do a slow cooker teriyaki chicken, which should be another 2 days dinner with some jasmine rice. And then I'm also going to get, what else are we going to get? We're just going to get as well like a simple meal, like a pizza or something to just chuck in for one day, because there's probably bound to be a day that I have a headache or I have something, so all the other meals require cooking. We're going to get a meal that's really not that bad. Like, going and buying a little ready meal pizza is probably better than getting to the end of the week and going, do you know what, let's just order a Domino's. Do you know what I mean? So if you've got to get one easy meal a week, get one easy meal a week. What are you going to do? Shoot me? But that is done. I can remove that and start filming back on my camera because my SD card is finally... I can finally empty it again and get better quality and sound, because every time I record on this, when I edit it, I have to turn the sound right up. See you later when I'm getting ready to go out for Maya's walkies. Hello, so I'm just getting ready to go out on Maya's walk. I wanted to also show you guys, I got a new coat from Catch Me this weekend. I literally got it the other day. They was doing like a live sale on TikTok. I think it cost me like £18 altogether. Thick winter jacket, so I thought we could open that together. My camera cut off while I was talking because the SD card was full. I was chatting about obviously the house, and finally like we're in a position now where we're finally able to actually start looking at the house and making it a bit more livable, like finally, after we moved in, because like I said, it had been really hectic. So after we moved in, there was just so much of life going on that we just needed to do life for a little while, and it just meant that the house was on a bit of a back burner. So yes, there are some parts of my house that are not great, however it's a trust the process type of thing, do you know what I mean? And we're finally starting to put some of the processes together, which is really fun, and I'm looking forward to it because I spend the majority of my time in this house. So that's why I keep going on about Georgie's great plan and bigging him up on it, because I want him to really believe in himself, like he has to do things perfectly for it to be okay. Like, It's our first house. Listen, if we're going to make a crack in the wall, it's better a crack in this wall than the crack in our forever house. Do you know what I mean? I will keep gassing him up for it because he needs a bit of positive reinforcement, you know? Sometimes you've got a positive reinforcement your husband. How your hands on?
Maybe.
You alright?
Yeah.
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 Do you know what? Do you know what I was doing while you was on your way home?
Well.
Chicken nuggets from Morrison's. 10 out of 10. I'm gonna finish getting ready.
I don't want to get second, guys. I want to be surprised. I don't know, something that's funny.
Okay, what is fun for you? Funny.
I don't know. Maybe something music related?
Music related.
Small.
Good start. I'm going to say the massive one till last.
You doubted yourself then.
It moves. No, it's a bit moves. It's not solid.
It's got puffy on.
That's also something I like. Dally hi-fi headphones. Sick, man. Oh, DJ. Okay.
Hello, thanks.
That is so good. Number 3.
That is quite good, to be fair. £18 jacket. Well, to be fair, £16.
Oh.
We believe that to play.
And we are here. No, Maya's having a good little time. But yeah, so we are out in the field. We're just letting her have a little. We like to get in and let her sniff around for about 10-15 minutes before we start like proper playing around with us. Good girl. What are you seeing? Yeah, I did.
None of it was ever worth the risk. Well, you are the only exception. You are the only exception. You are the only exception. You are.
Today actually, always out in this bitch doing the motherfucking shopping. Our favourite time of the week was basically when I just get to spend all the Georgie's money on cakes that I sometimes don't eat. I actually got the Evian water this week. For weeks they've not had these big bottles. They've only had the small 6-pack. The shopping is done. Having a Georgie and the shopping being finished because this man, I still get treated like a kid. Do you know when you was a kid, right, and it'd be raining and you'd go into your car and your parents would go get in the car while they put the shopping away? It's the same treatment. It's the same treatment now that I'm older, and I love it. I love that man. And what would I do without him, huh? He literally just was like, go and get in the van. I love that man. Happy Sunday. I'm here to sign off the vlog for once. Can you believe it? No, because I can't either. But thank you for watching this week. I feel like it might actually be a bit of a long one. I haven't finished editing it yet, the first rough edit, and it's looking quite long, but I don't know how much I'm going to keep in because I did it last night and then today I'm going to watch through and actually debate what I want to keep in. I'm going to spend the rest of the day editing today because it does take me ages to trim down all of the clips. I get over 100 minutes every week of footage that I have to trim down. And my editing, I'm not going to lie, I know editing can be so much better, but do you know, and it's like at this minute I'm just trying to actually just put it together and get it up on time. So bear with me with it, but if you've come along, if you've watched this vlog this week, thank you. I hope you are enjoying the vlogs. If you have any recommendations of anything you want to see, if you have any tips or tricks, I'm always open to hearing things from people doing things because I'm just figuring life out the way that I feel I have to. Thank you for staying with me this week and watching. I hope you've enjoyed. If you enjoyed, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the like button as well. But yeah, I hope that you've liked this week's vlog, and I will see you next week. Why is it so demoralising being like and subscribe? I don't know why, but I'm finding it really cringy to just ask people to like and subscribe. I can't do it. How do YouTubers do this? Right. Oh, God. This is why I don't do outros. Thank you for watching this week's video. I hope that you've enjoyed it, and if you'd like to join on the journey, please make sure that you're subscribed. Yeah, any likes or shares would be appreciated. Okay, we're trying to build over here. Hope you have an amazing week, and I'll see you next Sunday.